As always, your bold, brash, sassy, classy blonde bombshell with you. And we're going to do question and answer 25. 20 of your burning questions that I'm going to answer. So let's get right to it. Number 20. What song reminds you of an incident in your life? I think that, the way that a song affects us is the very first song that we either turn on the radio after something happens or it's on the radio as something happens. And that song remembers when, as Trisha Yearwood would say. And it totally holds a moment and a meaning. I have too many moments and meanings to share with you tonight in our short limited time. Mind you, I'm going downstairs to work out and it's after 11 o'clock at night. And that's only my fault because I've been busy little beaver. But anyway, next question. I started to grab two questions at once. Here we go. What makes you feel more secure? It depends on the environment that I'm going to be in. If it's with a bunch of people that I don't know, then as long as I know one person going into that environment, I can handle it. If it's a medical environment or a dental environment, depends on what I'm there for. It better be some good drugs is all I can say. Going into my tooth, I don't know if many of you heard me say this last night. They know that I have dental anxiety, so they are prescribing me Valium. And then I'm going in for the laughing gas before they do anything. So, yeah, a little stressed. What is one thing you miss about being a kid? The dental and the medical was all paid. You didn't have to worry for a thing, That was just taken care of. And then as you get older, it's all on you. There's nobody else, It kind of sucks. Okay. What is one thing which makes you different? I guess the way I de-stress makes me different because a lot of people wouldn't read a book, especially Western romance novels. They wouldn't do adult coloring because that's just beneath them. It's just the way I de-stress. I mean, that's the way some people would never do it. So I guess we'll call that different. What favorite color are you, and how does it feel being that color, and what does it make you feel? Good gosh, that's a loaded question. One of my favorite colors is purple, but I also like the blue. I love gold and black. So, I would say I'm a combination of gold, black, blue, and purple. How do they make me feel? Brashy, sassy, classy, independent as hell. I'm gonna do things my way. Nobody gonna slow me down. What compliment do people give you the most? And what compliment do you give others? Let's start with me first. I try to compliment others because I know how it feels to not be recognized for a job well done. Although I have had that done to me lately, so thank you for that. But when you work hard and you try to do your best and you hope that it shows, and especially if you love your job, then, I always say compliment them so they can get a raise, hopefully, with their boss. What compliment do people give you the most? I would say friendly, cheerful, upbeat. I usually get that, and I thank you for that. Trust me, some days it's a lot harder to dig deeper to find that enthusiasm, and I just keep telling myself, you know what? Life is about to get good, as Shania Twain sings about, and I keep thinking that in my back of my mind, so that's what keeps me going right now. If you were to name one piece of clothing that describes you, what would it say? Or what would you say? One piece of clothing that describes me? We'll go with this tank top. I say it describes me as brassy, classy, sassy, watch out, because I'm the bombshell. And goofy. I'm a little tired, so I'm trying to work through this. If you were a candy bar, which candy bar would you be and why? That's a bad question to ask me right now. Dove dark chocolate. And why? It's my favorite. And I would say it's smooth, it's silky, and it's just got that rich flavor of, heaven. That's why. If you walked in your sleep, where would you go? I would hope I wouldn't walk in my sleep, but I would probably just go to the bathroom and go back to bed if I did. What is important to you in your life right now? First and foremost, every day I make sure that my grandpa is taken care of, because I just do. I mean, it's one of those things you just do. Secondly, it's my well-being, my health, and I'm a little scared, I won't lie, with the whole mouth thing. And I'm trying to think positive and stay positive, but that's very hard to do. And I think about my future, how, things haven't worked out the way I planned or hoped or wanted them to, but I'm going to make them work out because I want to be a mom. So if that means adoption, that means adoption, and I'm good. I can make that happen. What product would you refuse to promote? Hunting products. I just don't believe, we've got so many people out there who are poachers and stuff. I could not promote anything to do with hunting. I just couldn't. What one thing do you think would create peace in the world? I think if we had one day where we had to, and it had to be like government enforced, okay? We had to reach out and just listen and comprehend what somebody said versus jumping to conclusions and assuming the worst. We might solve a lot of things. Just saying. Think about that. Oh, good gravy. This one's hard. In 6 words, describe your outlook on life. 6 words. Okay. Future is gonna get better soon. There we go. Describe one experience you have had where you took a huge leap of faith. Well, by all means, I would say coming on here, being live for the world to see. A lot of people would say they'd never do it. They would just not do it at all. And I said, when you feel like you're not being heard, you want to be the voice of the voiceless, which is myself sometimes, because I often say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, jump to conclusions, assume the worst, you name it. So the best thing to do is relieve my stress and relieve my frustrations to here. I know that I have friends and family that watch, and they help guide me when I get to saying too much, and they'll say, and I'm like, what's that for? And they're like, figure it out, Donna. We know you're blonde, but figure it out. So I get that a lot. What's your motto in life? I've got a lot of them, actually. Never give up. If it's going to happen, meaning badly, it usually happens to me. Another one I have is impossible does say I'm possible, so nothing truly is impossible, because with God there is always, that's right, with God there is always hope. Oh, good gravy. If your plane was about to crash, who would you want sitting next to you? A, how did I get on that plane? Was it a kidnapper that got me? Because I have a very big thing of heights. B, my husband, and whoever that is, or my adopted child of my heart. So, but I would really wonder why I got on a plane. If you were the mayor for the day, what 3 things would you change about your city? One's very easy. If you go down our street, which is South 15th here in Mattoon, we have some major potholes. And I know that the Historical Society wants to preserve our street, but have they been down the buggy street, as I call it, lately? If you, one of the old neighbors that used to live here that passed away, which was Ruth Preston, she often said that you could birth a baby on the street. Now, I don't know because I've never done that, but maybe you can. You know, maybe they're wanting that to happen on the street, or maybe they just want the street to fall in. Who knows? But to me, we wasted a lot of money over on Marshall Avenue here in Mattoon, and it didn't need it. Not at all. But we wasted money on that. So we need to start shaping up our city by putting our money where it's needed most. Start looking at these places that have great big dips in the road, like 15th Street, and then there's other places in town too. Like if you go over by the old hospital here in town, my gosh, that brick street too is another one that needs dire repair. It's not just like our street is the only one. It's just they're ignoring it. And it's hard. It's like, why? Why are you ignoring everything and taking a blind eye to things that need fixed? You know, stop spending money so recklessly on stuff and let's start putting it where it needs to go. The second thing that I would do if I was mayor in this town, we would probably have, one day would be all street repairs be done, period. Just no argument, street repairs done. Second day, we would probably do a food drive for the hungry and the poor and all that stuff. The third day, we would probably do a cleanup Mattoon, where everything that was trashy looking or anything like that was picked up, taken care of, because it's disgusting. Next, if you woke up as a famous person, now I'd like to see that happen, what is the first thing you would do? Well, right now it would probably be run to the mirror and go, it's for real. Because I have a very bad thing about trust issues, if you know me, but that's just true. What is one thing what is one thing, and it's underlined, thing, not person, that you can't live without? My cell phone. And right now I'm going through this charger thing and it's really bugging me. I'm on my second charger for the same phone. I don't know how many of y'all have iPhones out there. I have an iPhone 6 that my nieces so lovingly got me because they wanted me to be up to date. And let me tell you, it's taken me a little time, but I'm thinking I'm finally getting there. But anyway, it is quite the thing to go through charger after charger. So I'm hoping that when this one gets here, it won't be quite so, throw it in the trash. It's only lasted 2 weeks. At least that's what it feels like. If you were Miss World, what would your message for aspiring models be? My message for aspiring models: don't starve yourself. Go after your dreams. And if your dreams hit a roadblock, you can avoid it. Go around it. But whatever you do, go after your dreams and make your dreams happen. Whether you do it one way or another, God will provide you a way. That is my aspiring message. Next up, guess what? We've got some relationship questions and they're good. They're burning good. So we're going to do those, and then I might sing one song before my workout.